Shot?
Probably not. Well deserved.
It might end up in shot if I get thirsty because you ask too many questions.
Great guys, normally for our media we do a live section and a written. Is that helpful for anyone, or do you want to just... just go all... Yeah, that's perfect then, happy days.
Well, great.
Dan, obviously great to get over the line and great to tick that box of getting the win after especially some of the frustrations last season.
Yeah, look, we had a couple of close games in South Africa last year, and we did use that as motivation in the sense that we felt we hadn't got over the line, but we knew we were well capable of it. One game against Stormers we were unlucky. Second game we let go right at the death. So there was two elements to that. One was getting the win in the new formed URC, and the other was sealing games at the end. And so I'm really proud of the efforts of the guys today, because I don't think many people would appreciate how difficult it is to win in South Africa.
I was going to say 33 degrees out there, both sides look like they were struggling, puffing a bit in that second half. I mean, it must be great to at altitude and that heat to get a win.
Look, definitely, like 33 degrees. We know it's difficult to play. Sometimes I think it's a little bit overhyped, the altitude side of things, but the heat is very different for us. And the Lions guys are used to that. They play a lot in that heat, so it takes a little bit extra for us to go, but we're prepared for that. We know, we've been to South Africa a lot now, and we know it's going to be tough. I think the way that the game played out is very similar to many of the games that we've had down here, where you have to get your stuff right in the first 60 minutes. Like we didn't front up physically. It's not like we didn't get our physical collisions right in the first half. And we didn't take the Lions through phases when we had the ball in the first half, and we addressed that at half time. The lads took a really good attitude into that second half. Obviously we got the score just before half time, which was huge, but we came out with real physicality in defence in the second half, and then scored a maul try and a scraps play off the back of a line out, and then we obviously took them through a few phases and scored at the end of that, and it set us up for the win. But as is often the case in South Africa, and we've played in Bloemfontein before, when it gets to 60 minutes, you've got large blokes who are extremely tired, and you've got little blokes who are very fast and feeling much better, and the game opens up. So.
I was going to say, there's another thing that's quite nice about what we're starting to see develop is a bit of quite a rivalry between the South African and Irish teams. No disrespect to the other teams that go competition, but there seems to be a little bit more edge between the games between the Irish and the South Africans.
Maybe that probably comes naturally because the semi-finals last year were two Irish teams, two South African teams have played in the final, and deservedly so. The Irish teams have been doing well in the competition for a while, but I don't know what the score's going to be in the Sharks game, but I saw that Glasgow had scored first, was 7-3 up when I looked last time. And, Glasgow had a really good win against the Bulls last week. Last night, the Ospreys scored them all at the end to draw with the last year's champions. So there's plenty of competition in the league. I wouldn't want to isolate any given rivalry between South African or Ireland teams.
You guys next week the Sharks, just looking forward to that one as well.
Yeah, obviously, they've spent a lot of money.
When you look at your side, the side that lost the semis last year and the side now, in terms of the development that's happening within, how happy are you with that development?
Yeah, look, I think we've been gradually making development over the last 4 years, and parts of it are to do with the game. Year on year, you look at different aspects of your game and trying to advance that, and we're seeing evidence of that this year in our play and the small details. But I think also with the mental approach to the game and the leadership, and our ability to manage games in difficult situations. There were a number of things I was really proud of today. One was that third quarter where, when we had our opportunities, we took them. We squeezed the Lions, won penalties, able to get our maul going, threat of our maul, putting phases together to score that try. But even at the end, when the game's loose and the Lions are playing really well and really exciting rugby, and we're, to be fair to us, struggling physically at that stage, we had to pull something out of the bag, and we did. Callum Reid, Tom O'Toole and John Andrew locked down that last scrum as the best scrum of the game for us, so really proud of those guys, even for what are isolated instances in the game, but were very significant.
Sorry, one last question. You spoke about it now briefly, that 10-minute, 15-minute period before half-time and after half-time. You guys played with a degree of street smarts, if I can put it that way. That must be very pleasing for any coach. How do you coach that into the players? Or was it just a natural ability that they must have?
No, I think it's definitely coached. We work together as a group. They experience those kind of things, so we would have a strategy group at Ulster that would meet every Monday, which would have leaders, decision makers, guys from key positions on the field, and we would discuss aspects of the play and where we need to focus, what might have gone right the previous week, what we need to focus on the following week, and a lot of that would be around that kind of game management type of situation, but also various scenarios in the game, and then just in training, making sure that you provide those kind of scenarios where the game has to be managed. We try and do that as much as we can. Good. Thank you very much, guys. Thank you.